Hi you guys. I just finished this fun page. You can go see the process video for that. And I've already done a card with using this and this color and turquoise. So I'm just not in the mood to make a card, but I do have these strips. And I have these strips of white, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna maybe play with my new stamps that I just got in and see if I can make some little ephemera. I like this little tag here, so I thought I would stamp it in some different colors onto this white and then stamp some of these different words in it and just sort of see if I can make my own little ephemera. There's also a date stamp, so that might be cute. So I start out by doing the little labels, and these labels are so cute because they even have spots where you can put brads in it and stuff like that. So I'm starting with these travel related icons and wordy bits. So that's going to be kind of fun to make some sort of generic ones, and then I can color them in later. So I'm starting with some Distress Oxide, and if you guys have stamped with Distress Oxide, you know it doesn't really stamp super crisp, and I do want these a little more crisp. So I'm switching to my VersaFine Clair, and I have black VersaFine Clair, and I also recently bought a brown. So I'm not going to get to have the gray ones yet. I need to buy a VersaFine Clair in gray, just because I really do like it for stamping, and it seems to be one of the best that I have for embossing as well. It holds up really well when you're embossing. And then that makes it easier if you're using alcohol inks or something like that. So I'm just using those, that one area just to pre-stamp, since these are new stamps. I'm just testing out the stamping, sort of conditioning those stamps a little bit. So now I'm doing the brown. Oh no, that was still black. I haven't gotten out the brown yet. And just doing the different cute little wordy bits that I like on there. This one says date, so do a couple of those. So, and then switch to this brown, and this is a new stamp pad for me. Very happy with it. And I won't get a fourth one on there. So then I'll stamp, and I'm just doing the same words, just one of each. And you guys, this didn't take very long at all, and I have all these cute and very versatile embellishments. I can color them in later, like the little frame part. I can do all sorts of stuff with it. And it'll be great on all sorts of pages, and just having the variety of the brown and the black will be handy. Now, I love this little directional sign. They're really cute on travel pages. So I'm just looking for a piece of paper that's big enough for it. I'm going to end up only making one of these. I probably should have made more at the time, but that's okay. So I'm going to make this one. It didn't stamp super clear. I missed a few spots, so I'm just going to flip it over and try again. And I'm pretty happy with that. And again, I can go in and color these, or I could restamp it on colored paper and then paper piece the different wood slats onto this ephemera. So this is really just a base for an ephemera. It's not really complete, but it's a starting point, and it might give me ideas for a page, especially a beach page or something like that. So I really like it. I think this Paige Evans stamp set is pretty versatile. It's got florals, it's got the tag, it's got this little directional sign, and then some little icons that you can use as well. So it's a pretty fun, and I like the size of the things. Some of the stamp sets I have for travel are just teeny tiny things. And those are great to use for sprinkling around, but not for making major ephemera. So now I just need to fussy cut all those things out. I think I keep them that size for now, and I haven't really done the detailed fussy cutting. So I look at these and I decide, no, I'm just going to wait, because those are the things that I would actually put on a page. I look at those and decide, no, now I'm going to pull out some dies. So I pulled out several. I end up only using this one. It takes all my time. But it's got these different little icons. A smiley face, a little popsicle, a rainbow. So I'm going to make a couple of these using some of the scraps that I have. So I think I start out with the popsicle, and there's some little sunglasses. There were 2 sets of sunglasses, and they're different sizes. I really wish they had been one a frame and one the plain, and you could use just the plain, or you could use just the frame, or you could put them together. I end up putting them together, but I have to trim one of them because they are different sizes. So that's a little, I would not have designed it that way, but it works out. So I'm getting out some yellow. I want to make some little lemon slices. I have a section in my ephemera binders under icons. I have a couple of pages that are just for food and snacks and that kind of icon. And so that's where the little lemon slices and the popsicle are going to go. I'm going to do pink popsicles, as you can see. And then I have sort of generic icons that go by color. All right, so I'm just getting set up and pulling papers for all the different bits and pieces. And then I'm going to go off and die cut them, and then bring them back and assemble some of them together with you. So I'm looking for some turquoise. I'm not sure what I'm using the turquoise for. I'm looking at if I want to make some of those to make some clusters. I end up not doing that on this. I'll come back and make some more clusters another time. I also have some little girls and ballerinas. I do end up making one, but I didn't do it on video. It came out really, really cute. So I'm going to do a turquoise or this blue as to make it like a little bit like an emerald, and I'm going to use that holographic, that cool holographic paper for underneath it. Sorry guys, I had to restart. My daughter woke up. It's almost noon. You know how that goes. So I'm just planning out all my cuts here, looking to see if there's an outline for that, but there's for that diamond, but there's not. And then I'm going to make this cute coffee cup. So I have a couple of pieces for that. And then there's another little lemon. on there that you can put little sunglasses on. That's real cute. And then I'm going to need a piece of black for the little face parts. So there we go. And the sunglasses. So planning all these out makes it much more efficient than trying to do one at a time. And then I'm going to do the rainbow. And I'll come back and do all the parts of the rainbow. And you also need a black outline for the rainbow, or one, you have to pick a color, whatever, white or black or whatever, outline for the rainbow, so that I'll come back and do that separately. So I'm just trying to fit as much of this on my plate as I can so that I can do the fewest number of passes through. So just trying to do a little bit of planning. All right, off to cut. All right, so I go off. Well, my dogs are now wrestling. I go off and I've cut all of those items. So now I'm just going to start sort of assembling the pieces that go together, tossing out my used up scraps. So this I'm going to glue on to this holographic paper. This is just the outline of that gem or diamond. I chose this blue because my daughter's, it's really kind of a turquoisey blue, but my daughter's birthstone is sapphire. So I figured I could make use of that on a page for her. This little coffee cup is real cute. And I made the inside pink. I'm doing it very similar to what is on the cover of the die set. And then I'm just coloring the little stems of these in brown. I probably should have just put another piece of paper on there, and I may do that when I go to use them. Just get a little tiny piece of brown paper and trim it. So I like those pink popsicles. I have a girl, so pink should come in handy. Though you wouldn't know that from the pages I've been doing lately. I've been doing a bunch of masculine, space-related, you know, using boy color pages and stuff like that. So I have these little sprinkles, and that's what I'm going to glue onto my little mini popsicles. Just picking the different colors and gluing them onto these little popsicles. So they'll be dimensional, and I think that'll be real cute. And whatever page I decide to put it on, I can just add more of these sprinkles to the page. So I thought those came out real cute. And I'm using art glitter glue for this. It does dry clear, so even if part of it shows, it doesn't show in the end. So I just set those aside to dry, and let's start working on this little lemon. So I get out my, I think it's Squeeze Citrus is the name of this color. And I'm just doing this to add a little bit of dimension to it. I do later come back and put some green ink on the leaves as well. And here I'm just trimming out that because it's dry enough. So that's a cute little icon. Then I have these sunglasses. So I cut one out of the holographic and one out of, and then the frame out of the black. But you can see that they are not exactly the same size. So I just take my scissors and I trim that so that they make a little more sense. And then I think I'm going to, a little later, I'll glue that onto the little lemon. I think that's real cute. So now I'm going to plan out the rest of the rainbow with more of the scraps that I have. I'm going to do another lemon because I have this paper's kind of speckled, and I think that would look really great for the lemon. It will give it a little more oomph than just using cardstock. Most of the things that I've done so far have just been plain cardstock. So I have, you can't even see them on the mat, and I barely saw them on the mat, but all the little face pieces. So I'm just pulling them all down, and I think it makes 2 sets of everything there. So I'm just going to use the different pieces here and there. Just doing a double check of what they do. And I think that's pretty cute. I also go and I'm going to cut that again to make the little pink cheeks. So I'm going to go cut a second round of things. And I have to do the black for the outline of the rainbow. So I'm just pulling all the other colors I need for the rainbow, and I'll go off and cut those. Trying to make sure I don't lose all these little face pieces. All right, so I come back and I've done all the little pieces, another of those cute little lemons. You can put faces on the popsicles. I'm not going to do that. Now, and I've got 2 sets of little eyeglasses. So let's finish off the little coffee cup. You guys, this was so fun. When you don't feel like making a page or you don't have pictures printed and you just want to get creative and play, this was a fun. I maybe spent 2 hours total, maybe an hour total, but I got a whole bunch of really cute handmade embellishments. So that made me really happy. And I do kind of mess this up. I put one of them on upside down. And because it didn't fit perfectly, I just used some green ink to mask my little error. Then I have a little face for that, a little smiley face for that one. And it's a little tight smile, so I thought, oh, it looks a little like a pucker. So I thought that was cute. So I made 4 of these since I knew I had to cut 4 different rainbow strips. And somehow I messed up I wasn't careful about selecting what colors went where, and for some reason I struggled to get all 4 done. The last 2 I didn't have the right sizes and the right colors for some reason. I don't know how that works, because you can only use one for each. So I didn't pre-lay out all 4 of them, and I probably should have, to make sure I had all the right pieces for all the right. I'm just still not sure how the logic didn't work on that, but I'm just going to make one for you here. And the other ones that I made, I did white clouds instead of blue clouds. And the only reason I had used this blue paper is because it looked kind of cloudy and I thought it would be really pretty on there. But that was my last little tiny scrap of that. So, all right, so I'm about finished up with this set. I have 3 more rainbows to make. I'll make those off camera. I don't do those on camera. But I put them on this cream. I could have put it on white and cut white, but this is a nice thin paper and it's not going to show at all. I don't leave a halo. So that's pretty cute. So I have 4 of those now in my rainbow area of my ephemera binder. And I'm pretty sure I lift up and show you some of the other icons that I made. So there's my little pickets, my little sign, my little labels. So pretty cute. Thanks for watching, you guys.